Kingdom Hearts 3, after nearly 20 years, was the first Kingdom Hearts title to introduce Pixar Worlds. This wasn't just by chance or anything either. The series director even went as far as to say without Pixar, Kingdom Hearts 3 would not have happened. Mostly in reference to how much he's been wanting to use Pixar properties in Kingdom Hearts for some time. A lot of Kingdom Hearts fans know about the summon models found for Woody and Buzz in the game files for Kingdom Hearts 2 all the way back in the mid-2000s. This was definitely the first sign that Nomura wanted to put Pixar in Kingdom Hearts. Some would say that the best worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 were the Pixar worlds. This might be because it seemed like Pixar was a lot more loose when it came to the stories for said worlds, even proposing the idea for worlds like Toy Story and Monsters Inc. to take place in time periods outside of the movies. With Kingdom Hearts 4 on the horizon, I think it's safe to say at least one, if not multiple, of the new worlds featured in the game will likely be from Pixar properties, since we've barely scratched the surface of what they could offer. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what new Pixar worlds fans would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 4 and how likely they might be to appear. If you're excited for Kingdom Hearts 4 and love the Kingdom Hearts series, hit the subscribe button down below as we get right into the first world we'll be talking about, which is going to be The Incredibles. One of the most popular and successful Pixar movies, this film would fit into Kingdom Hearts really well. It's action-packed, has these amazing, beautiful environments with the jungle and the cities, a great cast of characters who many of them, all of them could be party members realistically. Frozone, Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl. This world would just be a lot of fun. There's also really easy options for boss fights and many segments that could happen throughout this world, or this world covers a unique Kingdom Hearts story, or whether it covers the movie straight up. I think either way will be a lot of fun. If they went the route of just covering the first Incredibles movie, I think it would be really cool to fight Syndrome in the jungle, maybe have a second bigger boss fight at the end. I also think Sora would fit really well because he's a hero himself. Incredibles covers the more celebrity side of being a hero, and this could make for a very interesting plot because Sora hasn't really experienced this to a full degree, at least outside of worlds like Big Hero 6, and Incredibles covers a theme of the story where celebrity heroes aren't quite widely accepted. A matter of fact, there's a period during Incredibles where heroes actually are barred from doing a lot of hero activities, and Sora hasn't really been confronted with this at all in any of the worlds he's visited. So Sora's going to have to go about being a hero in the world of Incredibles with discreet or just be conflicted about if he should be doing it at all. Like, what does this mean? Do people really have the right to just say no to heroes, no to being saved? Sora coming to a conclusion on where he stands on this topic, I think would be very cool to see. Sora having to think about when he acts and when he uses his Keyblade, or if the person that he's trying to help even wants his help. I think it'll be really cool to see Sora kind of like deep dive into his mental and figure these sorts of things out. Another movie that dives deep into characters' mentals is Inside Out. A lot of us are fresh off of Inside Out 2, and regardless of which movie plot they go with, a beautiful message can be spoken here, and I think Kingdom Hearts could complement that message extremely well. Inside Out is one of a lot of people's favorite Pixar movies. Inside Out 2 has had such a successful run in the box office, has become one of the highest grossing anime movies of all time already. This would be a story about the emotions of the heart, something that Kingdom Hearts has vaguely covered a little bit, even in Kingdom Hearts 3 and other games. Inside Out has this plot point, both the first and the second movie, of kind of accepting change, being true to your friends, the turmoil our emotions go through when we go through such a big change, and seeing Sora or whoever else visits this world reflect upon those things about how much their life has changed, becoming a Keyblade wielder, becoming a Guardian of Light. Maybe we could talk about their families a bit. And using Riley, using Inside Out, this film, this environment, as a sort of starting point for covering some of those deeper topics with our characters, I think will be really awesome. You can make a very unique story out of this, like a original Kingdom Hearts story, maybe something taking place a little bit after the first movie, or even if you decide to cover the plots of Inside Out 1 or 2 just straight up, this could end up being a really deep and emotional world for a Pixar world in Kingdom Hearts. Another one of these slightly newer Pixar movies is Turning Red. Honestly, I just like this movie a lot. I think this movie would be really interesting for Kaori rather than Sora, but Sora could have fun here too. A lot of this movie is about just having fun in your adolescence and is a big analogy for essentially puberty. Mei's a extremely good kid who basically just wants to go to a concert, have fun with her friends, but doesn't necessarily want to disrespect her mom, her family, her traditions, but doesn't also want to have to do those things over living her life, having fun, going to concerts. And I think this movie could kind of teach or just inspire like whoever visits it, Kaori, Sora, to appreciate those moments where they were able to just have fun. I think you could do a plot where Heartless are maybe invading the city, protecting Mei's friends with her as a party member in her panda form. I think you could take this world as a world, or you could make Mei a summon perhaps. I think Kaori could have really amazing interactions with this group, and it would just be a pleasure to see interact in a Kingdom Hearts game one day. But onto another movie that I do think should be in Kingdom Hearts 4, and this is probably one of my most wanted worlds at this point with how often I mention it, Brave. Every time I talk about this world in Kingdom Hearts, I gotta throw this in there. Kingdom Hearts 4 and the Lost Master Saga seem to have a loose theme about fate. Brave's entire plot is all about fate and the power you have in changing it, or perhaps accepting it. Brave is also a much darker film that I think a lot of people would appreciate in Kingdom Hearts just because of how different its tone and setting is. While most Disney films are bright and colorful, this film is very gray and eerie. It's very mystical, yet has a charm to it that I think would just fit a video game super well. This isn't the most talked about Pixar movie ever, which is why I feel like I have to advocate for this world a little bit. When people bring up Pixar, Brave is definitely not one of the first things people bring up. It'll be Incredibles or Ratatouille or Toy Story or even Inside Out now. Brave is not one of the movies typically in the discussion. Despite that though, this movie is great, and I think having Merida as a protagonist would be amazing as well. We also don't know who the rest of the princesses of Heart are. Kingdom Hearts 3 only revealed about half of them, and I think Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to reveal the other half, and Merida, I think, is definitely a contender for that, being one of the only and first Pixar princesses. I think that plotline alone gives her a good chance of being in Kingdom Hearts, but it's all up to if they think putting Brave in Kingdom Hearts is worth it, because I know that if it comes down to a much more popular Pixar film, they might go with that one instead. So hopefully there's a slot for Brave in there, because I think this movie would make the absolute most sense to put into a Kingdom Hearts game, especially with the story we have going on right now. One last movie I want to bring up, and this is another newer Pixar film. I absolutely love this movie. It is Elemental. Elemental is a great romance story, but the main appeal I'd have for this as a world would just be the environment altogether. I feel like this world would be pretty hard to realize in a game, because the way the city, some of the screenshots in this movie look are just absolutely jaw-dropping, and don't get me started with the character animations. Ember and Wade could make for a really amazing party member duo, or even summons in my opinion. You could have a plot line of Sora and Donald and Goofy kind of having to get used to Ember a little bit more, because Ember's not like the greatest people person. And then you have Wade, who's like the super like nice character with a little bit of an emotional side. They'd likely mention how bizarre this duo is, yet compliment how just amazing it is that they're able to be together. Fire and water do mix. We could have a unique narrative where Sora is maybe protecting the fireplace, which is Ember's father's shop, from Heartless, nobodies, or a new type of enemy. It could be a completely original plot, just different from the first movie, or maybe even come up with something that happens after the first movie. This movie also has a slight plot about the mistreatment of the people of the fire element, and Kingdom Hearts I think could dive even deeper into that narrative more than the movie did perhaps. Overall, I think this movie will just be beautiful, and I mainly want to see it just off of visuals alone. I wonder what the enemy designs of this world would be like. We do have quite a few Heartless that represent elements, but I wonder like if they turned it up a notch, what these Heartless would look like. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this movie being in Kingdom Hearts, or any of the movies, as a matter of fact. Pixar, I think, should be a corner piece of this next saga. I don't know how many Pixar worlds are going to be having in the future, but I'm thinking based off of Kingdom Hearts 3, we're definitely going to be getting at least 1 to 2 Pixar worlds again. Hopefully they're new Pixar worlds. One world I didn't mention that I do think will return in the future is Toy Story. I think Toy Story has a decent chance at being a staple world in the future for Kingdom Hearts. The Toy Story we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3 took place between Toy Story 2 and 3, and that is a very broad time period, so you could fit a lot of plots within that time period, potentially an infinite amount. So that's also something to consider. A lot of people love Pixar movies, and there's a lot that people want to see in Kingdom Hearts. Even if only 2 of these movies make it into a future game, I think a lot of people will be happy with that. Pixar has such a great catalog of movies, and I actually think to a degree some Pixar films might complement Kingdom Hearts more than some of the Walt Disney animations. Some of them, because I still want my Moana and Encanto world, so we still need to get those too, please. I always love talking about worlds in Kingdom Hearts. It's one of my favorite things to talk about when it comes to these games, because that's one of the most speculative and crazy elements about each new Kingdom Hearts game. What new world is going to be revealed? The story's cool, the characters are cool, I love talking about the lore and the master of master theories and just everything that comes with Kingdom Hearts. We'll talk about that ad nauseum. But man, the worlds of Kingdom Hearts, the thing we spend most of the time in during the games, it's always so much fun to speculate what world's going to be revealed next. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you love Kingdom Hearts. And also remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everyone. Remember, it's Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys. Bye.